Colin Farrell is a busy man these days. He recently teamed up with Woody Allen for the film Cassandra's Dream, and his latest project, titled In Bruges, has him playing a hitman on the lam in a tiny Belgian tourist trap. But while this film may look like a broad comedy on the surface, our own Tim Estiloz found out looks can be deceiving. Here is your backstage pass.
Why did you murder someone, Raymond?
For money.
Who did you murder for money, Raymond?
You, Father. After I killed them, I walked home to await instructions. Get to Bruges.
Bruges.
Bruges? Where's that?
It's in Belgium.
Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson play two hitmen who shoot first and reluctantly hide out later in the new offbeat film titled In Bruges.
For 2 weeks, in Bruges, in a room like this, with you? No way.
Been to the top of the tower? Guidebook says it's a must-see.
Well, you ain't going up there.
Why?
It's all windy stairs. I'm not being funny.
What exactly are you trying to say?
They're a bunch of elephants.
This is a really complex film because it goes from a lot of moments of senses of humor to some really dark places. How compelling was this film for the both of you?
Very for me. You know, I kind of wanted to set up, I guess, in the writing of it, almost, you know, a stock Hollywood hitman out of water kind of type situation in Bruges, as they're usually done. But then kind of play it that way for the first like 15, 20 minutes ago. Funny, you know, black comedy, but kind of funny, but then kind of subvert it in a little bit.
And that subversive side of In Bruges shows itself in the guise of Colin Farrell, who finds himself on the wrong side of his boss, Ralph Fiennes, for botching an easy contract hit.
Harry, I've got an idea. I'm gonna go back to my room, jump into the canal, and see if I can escape. If you go outside and round the corner, you can shoot at me from there and try and get me.
I'll go outside, then which way, right or left?
You go right, don't you?
Okay, on the count of 1, 2, 3, go.
Who says it?
Oh, you say it.
You guys are crazy.
Colin, for you, with your character, he goes through a lot of changes. I mean, there's a lot of comedic moments. He's also sort of charmingly romantic. And then there's, you know, some real emotional baggage. How much did you enjoy exploring all of that?
You know, somebody was saying that the trailer was a misrepresentation of the film because it looked kind of, the trailer was like it's a slapstick comedy. There was that element to it, but the film does kind of lull you into a false sense of security that you just think that it is about this kind of oddly married couple on Bruges, you know, on the lam for some reason, and it's just banter back and forth.
You're about the worst tourist in the whole world. If I'd grown up on a farm and was retarded, Bruges might impress me, but I didn't, so it doesn't.
I loved it. I mean, I didn't see that I was doing a comedy or anything like that. I know people, you know, the dialogue is so funny, so witty. Which is a surprise coming from this man. I don't know how he managed that. but you know, you're not playing that at all. You're a subject in it, and basically the characters are inspired by a great tragedy that's just taken place in London, and born of that comes the comedy. But doing it was a blast. But it was yeah, it was sad enough doing it. You know, I mean, I'm basically playing a suicidal fella for 3 days.
I suppose you got a gun up there.
Yeah.
Well, what are we going to do? We can't stand here all night.
Why don't you both put your guns down? Go home.
Don't be stupid. This is the shooting.
In a different sense, you know, the two characters really have more than what you see on the surface. I mean, they're these hitmen, but there's really something buried below that's much deeper, isn't there?
Kind of a deep love between them somehow, even at the start when they're bickering. It is like an old married couple in lots of ways. That kind of we found that.
This morning and this afternoon, we are doing what I want to do. Got it?
Of course. Which I presume will involve culture.
Well, we shall strike a balance between culture and fun.
Somehow I believe, Ken, that the balance shall tip in the favour of culture.
How important was the whole Irish element? I mean, I understand the characters weren't Irish to begin with. That had to be great for you.
It was lovely. It was lovely because, you know, accent can be one of many things. It can be a route into a character, and, you know, it can be a form of kind of separating yourself from yourself to go into that character. But it can also be kind of a boundary at times as well, and with this I just didn't have to put any of the energy into that at all. It was nice to just come as I'd been rehearsing for 31 years with the same accent, really.
How did you get past the security man?
Getting past security men. Sort of my job.
You're a shoplifter.
No, not a shoplifter. It's a good joke, though. No. I'll tell you what I am at dinner tomorrow night.
days, when he's not filming on location, Colin Farrell is keeping a lower personal profile. That's a big change from the notorious party boy he was just a few years ago, with tabloids linking him to most every Hollywood starlet, and at one point even Britney Spears. Now Colin sees Hollywood in a different light.
The whole fame thing never gave me kicks. I enjoyed it and used it to the best of my advantage at a certain stage, but it was never really important, you know.
I've read that with all your success, you don't consider yourself to be a big star. I mean, you're a regular kind of guy. How do you keep yourself grounded and pretty much just the same kind of guy you would like to be, I expect, from Ireland?
I just realised the irrelevance of it all, really, to be honest with you, you know. That's all, the irrelevance of it all. I mean, I do something that I love to do, and I'm really fortunate to get the opportunities that I've had, but you know, at the end of the day, fame, all that kind of stuff, it's really irrelevant. It's a dream. It's not something that's quantifiable, or not something that you can equate with even success, being a successful person or an artist or a man or a woman or a father or a son or whatever, you know. So it's not really relevant.